Hello Aries, this is your reading for April the 10th to the 17th, and it's going to be general, so please take what resonates and let the rest go. Let's welcome in the Archangels, Ascended Masters, Light Beings, Spirit Guides, and of course our higher selves to assist with this reading. Okay Aries, let's see what's going to jump out here. Five of Swords, or flip, we're just doing flips as well. That was nearly a flip. Okay. Right, so at the moment, Aries, it's looking like Five of Swords and Four of Pentacles. So there could be a, excuse me, I have a nose itch again. Something here that maybe there's a conflict, and maybe you're protecting your energy as a result of this. Maybe you are either of the energy, you might be the energy that needed to walk away from this person here. Yeah, and maybe you are kind of just being present at the moment and sort of processing this and just kind of putting up a bit of a boundary there. Let's see, there might be another meaning that we can extract from that as well as we grab the context here. Nine of Cups, I'll just go quickly around. Nine of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Death card, which is Major Arcana, and then we have the Nine of Swords. So lots of nines here, Aries. I'm just going to pause and have a look at the reading and get back to you in a moment. Okay, Aries, we're looking at the center again. I feel like this is either a work situation or a relationship situation, or it could be something within you. And so when I say something within you, it could be that maybe your ego is sort of got the better of you here a little bit, in terms of maybe there's some fear or anxiety that you're experiencing at the moment. But what I feel you're doing here with the Four of Pentacles is that you are, in practical ways and in how you're interacting with your environment, you are doing your best to remain grounded here, symbolized by these pentacles. You're also working really hard on doing what you can for your empowerment and your heart space. Okay, you're also working on your consciousness, and you are activating your mind, and you're doing your best. Okay, given this situation, but we can see that there is a certain contraction with this energy. So kudos to you for doing your best here, Aries, because I feel like this is a difficult situation. And it could be that your ego has, your personality or yourself has undergone many challenges in life. And, this can be a way of being that you can sort of end up locking into. The other thing is that if this is something to do with work, is that maybe this has been someone here that's taken credit for something you've done, or you have been dismissed from a job, or you've chosen to not be in a certain work environment anymore, and maybe you've taken a pay cut, or you're having to settle here for what you've always earned. Like maybe there was a promotion in the wings here that you perhaps missed out on, and so you're just having to make do here, okay, without that promotion. What you're looking for underneath here is emotional fulfillment, Aries, okay? And then sort of in the past, you have been working hard. This is why I get this feeling here that this has been an ongoing thing for you for a while, is that you put in the effort, you cover your bases, and yet you're still sort of coming out battle weary here, and maybe this emotional fulfillment is kind of eluding you a little bit. The interesting thing is that on the bottom of the deck we've got the Four of Cups, and this is like, it might be closer than you think. This cup here, that spirit or the universe has for you, has to do with your emotional fulfillment, your creativity, spirituality, and intuition. And I think this is going to be a source of that for you at the moment emotionally. I think this whole situation here is leaving you like you're focusing on the Three Cups, and that's completely understandable, okay, because this is not an easy situation, and maybe you've experienced this in your personal life as well as in your work life. As I say, kudos to you for sticking in there and doing your best in this situation. At the moment, you are doing some self-care, which is just really awesome. It's bang on. And this could also be about a spirit guide that's really helping you to remember to ground yourself, take care of yourself, and to still, even, you know, despite the challenges here, is to try and do things that you're passionate about, that you enjoy, okay? And here in the future, this is, I think, this is like, you know, those pentacles sort of starting to move around a little bit. So maybe you're going to be opening up, literally like moving your body a bit more. Maybe you're going to be more adaptable or creative, going with the flow. And maybe this, you're going to kind of move out of this 4, which is like a sort of a stasis with regard to income, or possibly if that's like a way of being for you, a practical way of being that you feel, you know, has kind of, you know, maybe you've lost inspiration here. These energies can also kind of look a little bit like boredom, okay, if you're feeling that, Aries, right? The interesting thing is actually under the 4 of Cups, we also have the World card. So indeed, the World card talks about sometimes there's a pause or a challenge that needs to be overcome before success can be accomplished. And I think this is where you're at the moment, Aries. I think there's a challenge that you're working through here. Yeah, actually, you know what? We're going to, let's just clarify. We're going to clarify that 4 of Swords and, sorry, 5 of Swords and 4 of Pentacles at the center there. Okay, that was a definite flip there. Hanged Man, yeah. So this is kind of about you sort of surrendering into, I think, you know, this self-care is what you're surrendering into. But also about this here too. Sometimes the 4 of Pentacles is was sort of about surrendering into the present moment. Okay, as I was driving to work this morning, I was thinking this too about, I don't know if any of you have been experiencing, but with these eclipse energies and a whole lot of stuff going on, you know, my state of consciousness has sort of been quite varied compared to maybe like a month or 2 ago. Okay, just the last few weeks, it's been really a bit all over the shop. You know, we're okay, but, you know, we just notice these things, don't we? So, you know, this is about, and this idea of becoming present. And I have just done some meditation this morning, and I'd, you know, recommend that too. 4s can sort of talk about that as well, just coming into present, doing some meditation. This person looks like they're meditating under a tree, but it's not, it doesn't look, it may or may not be productive, okay, in terms of just really coming into stillness rather than dwelling in perhaps like low mood states, okay. But the Hangman is surrendering into present moment, surrendering into that, you know, a change is probably in the wings here for you, Aries. I feel like this 9 here, it's wrapping up. This thing is going to be wrapping up. Whatever's been causing you stress and struggle is probably going to be, you know, coming to an end here. With your current energy also, you have this 3 of Pentacles. So this is your kind of approach, and I think you're wanting to, there's an element of unknown in this card, and it's not necessarily that things have manifested fully yet. I think there is potential, and maybe you're going to be consulting with others here. I think you have an idea of something that you're looking to create here, which is likely going to probably lift you out of this, okay? And it's going to sort of lift you out of this energy here as well. So I think once you become actively working on something here, it's going to help for sure. In your external environment, you have 7 of Cups. So this could be distractions here, Aries, okay? Or it could be options that you're looking at. But this could sort of be things that are emotionally drawing you in, you know, creatively and spiritually and intuitively. Yeah. So maybe this is a case of you are going to have to, maybe you needing to focus here. Okay, actually, let's definitely grab a clarification for that 7 of Cups. The reason I say that perhaps there is a refocusing happening is that the 7 of Cups is followed by the Death card, which is a change or a rebirth or a letting go here. There's something anyway in the future that you're looking to let go of, and I think, Aries, you're really looking for a rebirth of sorts here. Okay, I think you're looking to reinvent yourself or reinvent your personal wheel, okay, in terms of how you're doing things, why you're doing things, and what your daily schedule is going to look like, and maybe your weekly schedule. Okay, you're looking to change all of that. Okay, Spirit, let's just get a Seven of Cups clarification here. Right, awesome. Three of Swords. Okay. So maybe in looking at all of these options, maybe this is that you are wanting to really heal something to do with your inner child. For some reason, I'm getting this at the moment. So I think you're looking to heal something here, and you are looking at what's going to be the source of your healing, what's going to help you to feel good, what's going to help you to feel, or which cup is going to be this one here. Okay, and this is like healing here. Okay, so I'm going to grab another one here. So the King of Swords. And the King of Swords does talk about focus and really bringing the mind into like a one-pointed focus. But obviously we can't be a one-pointed focus all of the time. But it's quite different from this energy here. And I think maybe, Aries, if you've always been looking at options around you, I think maybe it may be time to analyze your motivations for doing things, okay? Or motivations for looking for options. Just asking yourself, why am I looking for options right now? Am I looking for options because I'm looking for fulfillment? Am I looking for options because I'm looking to avoid something else? Just really question your motives. When I say options, I'm talking about, if this is a core thing that you're doing here in life, maybe this is your occupation that is unfulfilling, okay, and you are looking for options here to fill in the emotional, to look for emotional fulfillment, okay, are you doing that as a means to avoid working on acquiring an occupation that is emotionally fulfilling for you? Okay, and I get that sometimes that is a really big thing, like that's a huge thing to embark on, but maybe it's a case here, Aries, of you really looking at where you spend most of your time, and if you are mostly in struggle a lot of the time, it's about looking at how you can change that, or what things can you do, what help can you get, what steps can you put in place, who can you consult with and collaborate with that will help you to shift that experience, change it, modify it, or create a new one, okay? Because I feel that this looks like maybe a habit of, this is externally options around you. So I feel like, Aries, that this is going to be changed. I feel like you're going to maybe you will have one hobby or something like that you do, but I think you're going to stop looking at different distractions and options, that because, what's going to happen is if you can't sort of narrow your focus a bit, okay, this is sort of can be the energy, right? Because it's like, well, you want to do too many things and you're also, not fulfilled in your main thing that you're doing here, or that it's a source of a considerable source of stress and, overwork, okay. It's really about maybe you're going to be embarking on a new change here. The King of Swords is definitely empowering, but I think this is about you simplifying. Let's clarify the Death as well, Death card here. We'll just see whether that's... I mean, the Two of Pentacles is, that's about injecting more fun and sort of, flexibility, adaptability. So maybe this is to do with change, okay? And we also have the infinity symbol embedded within that. So maybe this is sort of talking about, like change for the long term, okay? Having a long-term focus, okay? Death is clarified by the Tower, which is another major arcana. This is slow change, this is sudden change. Let's grab another one. Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, consolidate. Really look closely at you know, is the nature of the juice that you're receiving from this worth the squeeze? Like if you are in the center here, this main experience, which is the challenging one, okay, if this is worth you sticking at it, then okay, that's the thing to do. If you are looking for this emotional fulfillment and that is not giving you that at all, in fact, it's probably maybe distracting you completely from that, then maybe it's time to go through this 7, this process of consolidation, of unpacking your experience, looking at all this, you know, your skills, talents, gifts and abilities. How could they be transferred to something, a job role that could be more fulfilling for you, that, you know, maybe different in ways that you're looking for it to be different. You know, it could simply be a case of working less hours, or it might be dealing with a different client group if you're working with people. You know, it could be a different location. Maybe you are having to travel long distances, you know, and that can impact, you know, energy levels too, and also presence in the workplace. So whatever's impacting on your productivity, your feeling states when you're in your workplace, you know, anything there. It's just really a time for self-reflection here, I think, for you, Aries, in the face of looking at a process of change here. Okay, let's clarify also the 9 of Swords. Okay, so this is could be a bit of a challenging time for you at the moment, Aries. I mean, yeah, it might, you know, of course it's not that your entire life is emotionally unfulfilling. It could be this work, you know, a job role here is what I'm getting. But if it's more of a situation of, you know, like a relationship thing for you, then that could be what it is. And here we have, to clarify the 9 of Swords, we have the 4 of Wands. So we have a 4 again. We had the 4 of Pentacles and the 4 of Cups. Okay. So this is sort of about creating a structure or a ritual or something that you do that is going to lighten your mood, put you into a happy space. Okay. Movies come to mind now. I don't know if you've seen Happy Gilmore with Adam Sandler in it. Yeah, you know, his coach is sort of talking about him to go into his happy space, and he sort of does this visualization thing, and so then he's able to be, you know, super productive and focused and all the rest of it. So this could be about you here, Aries, finding your happy space. It might be something you do in your home to create an environment, maybe in a room or maybe in your garden or something. Maybe you go for a walk in nature, something that you do that's really calming and takes you out of this energy here, you know, out of the stress, and yeah, just to in more peace and harmony here. And here we have the 5 of Swords again. Yeah, so that's probably just to clarify that, yeah, this is sort of maybe to do with this conflict here also. Okay, also to do with choices, but maybe this is about this, you know, here, this energy here, 5 of Swords, same as we've got here, that might need changing. Okay, whatever this environment is, or this person is, or this experience, you know, it's something that maybe you need to, if you've been subjected to this over the long term and frequently, maybe that needs to be changed up a little bit. If that resonates, Aries. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, very supportive. I think you're doing some self-care here. And yeah, I'm going to grab for an oracle. We're going to use the Angel Tarot. This is the mini Angel Tarot by Travis McHenry. I think I might need to get the larger deck of these. So this is the tarot deck, which I've just said. But they all have archangels, okay, so on here. So let's see if we can get some guidance for you. Just cut the deck one more time. Okay, right, Aries, let's see what we've got. Asalaya. So this is the Angel Asalaya. So it's also talking about the 7 of Cups, which is fascinating to me because we also have the 7 of Cups right here, which was that thing about your choices, having lots of choices, which could maybe be distractions at this point. And let's see what it says here. Contemplation, Makes the truth known in legal proceedings. Okay. God the just judge. So this is about you being your own expert, being your own judge here. And I think, you know, if you're going to do a process of really consolidation, just sort of becoming really present, doing deep conscious relaxation, hunkering down on, you know, what is, what in your life is sort of not allowing you to experience this emotional fulfillment. Okay, what is it that's causing you stress and conflict in an ongoing way? I'm just going to find this in the book as well. Okay, Aries, just realised the number on the card is 47, and we had 3 cards in your reading that are of the number 4, and we do have the 7 of Cups here as well. So it says here, those born, and it's pronounced Asalia, those born under Asalia will have an agreeable character and will desire the acquisition of secret knowledge. Asalia will help you with the praising of God and the growing towards Him. And when we say praising of God, that could just be the enjoyment of source connection, of bliss, of tapping into your higher self, tapping into your spirit guides, okay, anything that's high frequency like that. Oh, and including God too, of course, if you ascribe to that belief as well. And the growing towards Him. So in other words, the elevation of your spiritual understanding. Governs justice and makes the truth known in legal proceedings. Soul guardian for those born from 3:20 p.m. to 3:40 p.m. Moral guardian for those born on 5th of May, 16th of July, 26th of September, 7th of December or 17th of February. Physical guardian for those born from the 5th to the 9th of November. So where it says here about it makes this energy makes the truth known in legal proceedings, it could also be talking about here, Aries, that I think what you're needing to do is to make the truth known to yourself about yourself, okay, about your experience. Allow your higher self and your ego to have a conversation about your experience, and to, just really tap in and see what you can basically journal and extract from that experience, possibly, if that resonates for you. So, that's what we have for you. I think we might wrap it up there. But just to keep in mind, this could be a really beautiful divine feminine spirit guide, okay? Or someone around you, maybe a counsellor or someone that's caring and nurturing and supportive. And it could also be an aspect of yourself here, Aries, okay? Supporting yourself through this. Have a great day and a great week, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye for now.